Good morning. Hope you guys are all doing well today. It is Monday. You gotta love it. Dow futures up more than 100 points to start the week. It's what we like to see. Thank you guys again so much for joining the live stream this morning. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Good morning. Yeah, here we go. TYME currently today sitting at 137 here, up. Let's see. Yeah, it's up 0.074% this morning. Not too bad. Let's have a good week. Yeah, let's get it. Maverick Jeans, good morning. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Chan, Yacht. Let's have a good week. Yeah, that's the goal. I think we're going to have a pretty good week. My pick of the day today, for the first time, was a cryptocurrency due to Litecoin LTC dipping more than 50% in 1 week at a current point. I have to rate it a must-buy. Good morning, Tyler. Thanks for being here. Tyler Lombardo, by any chance, are you brothers or related to, I think it's Jeffrey Lombardo? That would be really cool. Good morning. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yep, so let's look at our watch list here. A lot of green here this morning. We got Ford up 1%, AI up, ELYS Gaming up, Unity Software up, Sunrun up, Biocept up, GBS up, Energy Transfer up, ABCL up, RTX up, Switch down 0.21%, Verizon up 0.15%, DraftKings up 0.94%, FedEx up 0.33%, C Limited up 0.59%. Overall, pretty green looking morning. That's your dad. How do I know him? That's so funny. I know him, I don't remember exactly what I met him through. I think I met him through LinkedIn. We talked a little bit. I was on his podcast on Spotify. I think that's really funny that that's your dad. What do you know? I decided to switch my portfolio to 30 to 40% crypto. Well, good luck. Yep. That's not a bad choice. I just make sure to be really careful. Make sure you're knowing about the right ones. Time's looking pretty good. It's at $1.37 this morning. Looking at the chart here for TYME. Let's see here. Still looking good. Looking like it's going to bounce off the bottom of the trend today, just like it did the last 3 or 4 times in my hourly chart since bottoming out at 111. Looks good to me. Looks really good. At 138 now. Do you think we see a dip in time after June 8th? If we see a considerable run-up between now and the event, and we say we're at $2.20 by the time the event comes, I believe we will see a pretty significant decline here after the event if we're able to get a jump up in price before the event, leading up to the event. But if we're not able to get that, I believe it'll happen after the event. I think this company it has a lot of potential for sure, and they're definitely huge buyout candidates after their event at the Oncology yearly meeting. End of summer prediction for TYME. I think end of the summer it has the potential to be over $3. What's going on? Matt, thanks for being here. But yeah, Blake, I think TYME could have a dip. Again, it's really volatile stock. My suggestion, if you ever want to buy TYME, make sure you're buying it when it's down. Any views on Fubo, please? I love Fubo. They give me an email almost every single 3 days, and usually companies that are doing that, they're doing the right things to get more customers. Overall, I like their service. I think they should do pretty well long term. I think just at the beginning of them getting out of the stock market is just a little overvalued. It's sitting at $20 right now. It got pretty solid support. It looks like at around the $20 zone. So I really like Fubu. GNOG. Golden Nugget So personally, I'm staying away from all gold. I feel like gold throughout history, the price has been way too manipulated, and it's something that I can't really put my money into. It's way too much money for me to justify putting it into gold, but I know that gold stock, I'm staying away from gold at the current moment. Amber from Just Money mentioned you yesterday in her live. Pretty cool. Oh, really? Amber from Just Money? Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I'm friends with her. I've talked to her a few times. She's a great girl. She's very, very intelligent. That's pretty cool. Your thoughts on Bitcoin? Bitcoin, it will continue to be the number one cryptocurrency in the world. It will probably always become the number one cryptocurrency in the world. The reason for this is because if you ask my dad, name the first cryptocurrency that comes to your head, you know what he's going to say? He almost knows nothing about cryptocurrency, but he's going to say Bitcoin, number one. So that's really the reason why I believe Bitcoin is going to be number one. ARK ETF, Catherine Wood believes Bitcoin is going to be number one as well. Ethereum is going to be great too, but Bitcoin, anything at these prices, you're going to want to buy small amounts of Bitcoin every single time it takes a major dip like this for massive rewards in the future. Yeah, she's great. She's very creative. Oh, G-Nog's online gambling. I'm so sorry. It was called, Golden Nugget online. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Online gaming. I actually did invest in their, ooh. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's take a second look here. Looks like they got support hanging around 1140. I like the stock. G-Nog looks pretty solid to me. Especially with online gaming, huge industry. My bad. Me and Amber should do a TikTok together someday. Yeah, we definitely should. Yeah, comment on one of her videos and tell her that you'd want me to do a video with her, and I'd be more than happy to. She's a great creator, very underrated in my eyes, and she's only going to continue to get more followers, and she's had my support for a long time as well. Thoughts on Neo? I like Neo long term. Neo here. If you're looking to get into Neo, I would wait a tiny bit here. It seems to be bouncing right off of the, what do you call it? I forget the name of it. What is this tool called? Fibonacci level. Sorry. I space out on words sometimes. Yeah, the Fibonacci level, it's sitting at 31.28, and it's had some pretty good bounces off that. It closed above there after 3 different dips. It's looking pretty good in my eyes. Whenever you see Neo consolidate like this and start to trade kind of sideways, you got to be really careful. But if we do break and close below this $30 support, I think we could possibly be going to $20 on Neo, but I don't see that happening. Oh, the Jeffrey Lombardo that is your dad, that's 52 and has dark hair, that is him. He is way older than me, and he has a beard too, right? I'm pretty sure it's the same one. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Just good guess. Good guess, maybe. Maybe ask your dad, see if he knows me. I know a guy named Jeffrey Lombardo that I was on his podcast and, kind of hung out with him a little bit. He was doing like a health podcast or something. And one about God too. He's pretty religious. Travis, thank you. Good morning. We got TYME this morning sitting at $1.37 at 9:10 in Grand Rapids this morning. Our portfolio is currently at $4,694.34. But guys, it's looking pretty good. Hello. What's the best website to watch live volume charts of a stock? Live volume, for a free tool, my favorite tool is probably TradingView. It's tradingview.com. If you go on the website, you can actually put volume indicators on there as well. It's a really good tool that I use a lot of the time to be able to chart out things just for free. You can't do 2 at a time, but you can do 1 at a time with a free tool. So more than happy to maybe even make a tutorial on that. I wanted to do some work with TradingView. I know they have a TikTok account. They didn't want to do a partnership when I was very small, and they reached out to me later and wanted to do one, which I didn't like at all, so I declined. Yeah, my pleasure. What do I think of the market this week? overall, we know the market can't go down forever. And if you're trying to wait for the bottom of the market, stop waiting and just put your money in. I wouldn't say put all of your money in, obviously, but waiting on the market to crash is never a good strategy. People have been trying to do this for years, and they've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So just get your money into the companies that you believe in, and time will tell. Adrian, what's going on? Thanks for joining. The JW21, what's up? Yep, just doing the pre-market live stream here for stocks. Today we're up 0.72%. Not too bad. No, you're right. I actually mean that. The market literally will not and cannot, and it's not possible for the market to go down forever. It can't go down forever. I know it seems like the market's at all-time highs and that the stocks that you're picking are just bad. But what people don't want to tell you is more than 50% of the S&P 500 and the major indexes contain FANG stocks. Facebook, Amazon, Google, Netflix, Apple, and so those companies are really lifting the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, all those up higher than they really should be, while a lot of the companies haven't been doing well in the stock market. So when someone says, oh yeah, well the overall market's up, it's because those stocks make up a majority of the indexes nowadays. Crypto-driven stocks, we actually compared all of them using pretty good metrics, using like return on equity, net margin, and PE ratio and stuff like that. And we did determine that Mara was a better buy than Riot and SOS. And we believe that Mara is the best buy right now when it comes to their metrics. What do I like today? My pick of the day today was, for the first time, in cryptocurrency, due to it declining 50% in 1 week. Litecoin LTC was my stock pick of the day today. Definitely check it out. Plug, I love Plug long-term. JZXN, that's all over my Discord and Premium this morning. They are all over that on a swing trade. Make sure to check that out. JZXN, they're all over that right now. They've been talking about it since about 6 in the morning. Good find. Space. SPCE. Again, I'm not a really huge fan of the SPCE. Just because of the fact the major holder sold most of his holdings, and they're not really making any revenue. Their numbers are really bad. But I mean, long term, it definitely could have value. But with their all-time high being $62, I think it's going to take a long time for them to get back to it. We don't got support until around 10:04. It's looking like SPCE today is getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce. But hey, we'll see. Looking at the order flow here, the outflow is much greater than the inflow. So I'd be sure to be careful on SPCE. Should I buy the crypto dip? Not this morning. The time to buy the crypto dip was this weekend. I wouldn't necessarily, Litecoin still had a pretty good value. That's why it was my pick of the day today. But most cryptocurrency, like Ethereum, for instance, jumped up 20% in the last 24 hours after that dip. So I wouldn't really be looking to purchase any right now. I would wait for another significant dip after it hits resistance. TYME sitting at 137, still perfectly in my hourly chart. We're looking for a bounce off the bottom of the hourly trend this morning. We'll see. What do you think of pins? I like pins long term. SOS, I'm staying away from SOS. We determined that Riot blockchain was a better buy than SOS, and Riot blockchain is better, and Mara was better than SOS. SOS ended up being towards the bottom when it came to cryptocurrency stocks when you look at the numbers. Yep, currently we've got TYME at 137 this morning. Again, I'm looking for today. A really good step on TYME would be to push over that $1.42 resistance and hold it throughout the entirety of the day. That's what I'm looking to see. Also on this TYME chart, we have achieved a new higher low every single day last week. And so that's what I really like to see. A new higher low, a higher low, and a higher high every single day. That's what we've been seeing, and it's perfectly in the position to do a reversal. IPOE, I love IPOE. CHBT, I'm staying away at the morning. Good morning, Sexton. Thank you so much for joining this morning. And we will be announcing the winner of the $10 Amazon gift card we were doing a while ago and on Wednesday's live stream. I apologize for the delay. Just been doing a lot of things. And we'll be able to get everything settled up. and we'll give that away. MYCOK thoughts. I'm staying away. I don't even know what that is. I don't answer questions from people that hate on every single one of my videos, so sorry. Ignore my girlfriend throwing up in the bathroom right now. She has something wrong with her stomach, so she throws up sometimes. Pretty normal. Vape God. I'm not really proud to be vaping. It's not something I do to be cool. It's something I might have done to be cool when I was little, but definitely not doing it to be cool now. Gold looking good. I'm staying away from gold at the current moment. I do think we'll see another pullback within the crypto markets. A lot of the RSIs on cryptos are pretty high. Except for Litecoin. Litecoin's looking in a really great position. Good morning, Ben. Eric, I know gold looks good. It seems like a great investment, but in the reality, the federal government has been manipulating the price of gold for years on years on years, and I believe it's way overvalued for it to be a good investment currently. Like I said, I don't listen to people that hate on my posts every day. She throws up like this every morning. It's not out of the normal. GYT. I'm staying away. Why does F not go as high as GM? A huge difference between them. I would say Ford doesn't go as high as GM because there's less shares of GM than Ford. There's more shares of Ford than GM, so that's why it's a lower price. But they do offer both great dividends. They're both great companies. I personally will never invest in GM because I had about $250,000 in a bond for my college fund, and General Motors decided to go out of business and make all that turn to zero. So for that reason, I will never invest in General Motors. My grandpa lost $250,000. It was supposed to put me through college, but hey, maybe that's what I needed to not have that advantage of someone else paying for my college, to kind of make me push through, try even harder, and learn the most that I can. So everything happens for a reason. Oh yeah, it's okay. I mean, nothing I could really do, right? I mean, it technically wasn't even my money. It was just given to me. It's more like a handout, right? Handouts don't always work out. And yeah, I'm pretty glad I didn't get it now, because, it made me work harder and made me need more to survive. Obviously, if I had $250,000 in the bank from that, I wouldn't be really too concerned about anything, but it's money that I didn't earn, and so I'm okay with losing it. Any thoughts on HIB? I'm staying away. Bitcoin, I love Bitcoin long term, but I do not believe right now is the current moment to buy Bitcoin. Again, dollar cost average daily on Bitcoin and the coins that you like, and you will be rewarded. Never put in all your money on one crypto buy. Oh, absolutely. It happened when I was pretty young. I believe it happened around 2008, which would have been crazy. Should have put that in Apple. Back in the day, I know it's hard to believe, but General Motors was one of the safest. General Motors bond, right? A bond from General Motors was one of the safest investments you could have possibly made back in the day, with the car boom going on. Ford is really strong. All those automotive companies were the Apple of today's society. Back in the day, not anymore. My pleasure. Not time for your bullshit. I like it. I like the name. TYME sitting at 137 today. Our portfolio is currently sitting at $4,694. We're looking to get even this week in the challenge. DER, Dorm Tech Incorporated. It seems pretty interesting to me. Dorm Tech definitely needs some work when it comes to the dorms and the tech. Let's see here. I don't know, a lot of people disposed of it recently. Insider trading. It ran up a huge amount. It used to be at $15. Looks like an SPAC stock. Taking the huge dip back down to its levels. I wouldn't touch it until it hits at least $24. Like I said, a lot of these companies overvalued. DEERE. Deer. DE. Sitting at $359.75. So if we look at it, it's gone up drastically, and it's finally trying to touch the bottom. What is this line? The EMA 20 on the weekly. So every single time it's ever hit this EMA line, it's bounced underneath it and taken a pretty significant dip. Last time it went to from 139. Oh, it went from 178 all the way down to about 104. So about 50% decline in price. With this all-time high being at around 389, I wouldn't consider buying this stock until approximately 250-ish if it does decide to take that dip underneath the moving average line. Doing pretty good, Steve. How are you? UMC, I love you, WMC long term, but let's look at UMC. UMC Corp sitting at 843, looking a lot like one of these SPACs, hidden underneath the moving average. Every time it's hit underneath the moving average, it's had a pretty significant price decline. I wouldn't touch this stock until it hits $5. Yeah, let's have a good week. I'm ready for it. Last week was pretty solid. If we look at our portfolio performance, the last 2 weeks we've done pretty good. Last week, this is this week, so I can't really count that. Last week we did solid. We went up 9.91% last week when a lot of other people were losing money. So it's really good to see our portfolio heading in the right direction again. OZSC. 8 cents. I'm staying away. All stocks that are 8 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents, they're that low for a reason. DNN. That's a really interesting one. DNN. Just like CTRM, I told everyone not to invest in CTRM because of the fact it was in reverse split territory. And DNN, if it goes down a little bit more, it will be in reverse split territory. It really needs to reclaim this moving average. But if it doesn't on a weekly, it's looking like DNN might be in trouble, get below $1 and stay below there for a while. DNN, it could be a great company, but if you look at their numbers, they're not very good, and I expect a significant decline in a reverse split to raise some more money. Ride, and Bitcoin going up, it's going up right now. ATH, I'm staying away. Ride, I do love Ride. I've been looking at it. Let's see. Oh yeah, at this price, Ride's perfect. Yeah, right, hidden right at its support line at around 670, 697. Ooh, Ride's looking good to me. Looking to push over this EMA on the weekly. It looks really good. I love the price on Ride right now. Good find. Big crypto guy. I'm not a huge crypto guy, but I was a huge crypto guy. So I haven't been buying a lot recently, but back in the day, I have 2 Bitcoin at about $5,000. I have 1 Ethereum that I bought at under $200, and I have 1 Litecoin that I bought at about $35. So that's the cryptocurrency I have right now. I'm not a huge crypto guy. I haven't bought it recently, but back in the day when it was really low, I was huge on crypto. And I put all of my money I could into it, and it really paid off. And so I'm just kind of holding most of my cryptocurrency. I bought a little bit on the dip this weekend of Litecoin. I think I bought 0.13 Litecoin, so not huge, but I think it's really important to do stocks, crypto, and if you like it, sports cards. Stock pick of the day today, I did a crypto pick today, and my pick of the day today was Litecoin. And it's doing pretty good since that video. I'm not saying like toot my own horn or anything, all crypto's up right now because it took a huge dip, but I think Litecoin's in a really good spot. PTQQD, staying away. Do I like XRP? I do not like XRP. I used to love XRP. It's how I bought my GLI. I bought XRP between 11 and 20 cents, and it was a fantastic buy. Sold it at about 65 cents and bought my GLI. Is the crypto downtrend over? It's very hard to predict short term. Again, the best strategy in cryptocurrency is to dollar cost average slowly so that when a big dip like that happens, you can put in some more and you're not too concerned about it. Good morning. ADA, I don't know a lot about ADA. I mean, it has potential long term, but again, there's a lot of coins that have a lot of potential long term that won't exist in the next 5-10 years, so you got to be really careful. Here we go. We are currently at 9:26, 4 more minutes till the market opens, and we are at TYME at $1.38. sitting at the bottom of the trend and bouncing off just like we predicted. It's looking pretty good. I like the time right now. But again, a lot of people won't realize TYME is a sleeping giant and has the potential to also get bought out at the same time long term. People are going to figure that out for themselves when they're buying around $2.50, $3. I love for it long term. SRNE going up nice and steady, ready to break out. SRNE, Sorrento Therapeutics. It definitely could. It's had some pretty solid support, but unfortunately it looks like we have a head and shoulders pattern on the weekly chart. It's not looking good for SRNE, especially with this head and shoulders at about 676. If we do, we could see all-time lows on SRNE, unless they have some crazy news that comes out with their trials, but I'd stay away from that. Kodak staying away. Good morning. Good morning, Daisy. Yeah, SRNE, it looks like a head and shoulders pattern for me. Wishing you the best. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for the kind username. I love it. And thank you so much for joining my live stream. I really appreciate it. Tracy Waddle, welcome. Thanks for joining. Just going over pre-market today. We got about 2 more minutes till pre-market opens. So it's looking good. Looking good today so far. Looking good. What excites you about TYME? Their drug treatment for circulating tumor cells in late-stage sarcoma-type cancers called SM88. That is the reason why I invested in TYME. That's the reason why I'm all in on TYME, SM88. Huge breakthroughs. Oh yeah, they have the meeting, the yearly oncology meeting that they're going to, and they're presenting their published abstract that they were just released on the 19th. And people said that price hasn't been going up recently, but yeah, that's the last 2 days since the news came out. But since the news came out, we were sitting at around 126 here, and we've been up about 10% since the news. I know it doesn't seem significant with the price only going up 10 cents, but again, this is a very volatile stock. Volatile stocks and sleeping giants in the future, they move like this all the time when they're around these prices, and I think this company has a lot of potential. Yeah, I'm all in, 3,425 shares. And if you guys haven't checked it out, I did a interview with Post-Grad Academy. They're doing a series and interviewing creators, and we did just debut their first episode last night with me. So make sure to go on YouTube, look up the stock. I think it's the stock. You'd have to look at my video. I don't know what it's called again. Let's see. Hold on. Let's look at it. Yeah, it was pretty cool, honestly, to do my first ever video interview. Yeah, it was Post-Grad Academy. It was posted about 13 hours ago. It's about 31-minute interview with me and 2 other guys. Great interview. Went on in with Ford. I like Ford. I think Ford's a great pick. They have good dividends too as well. As soon as they bring those back, it should perform pretty well. Here we go. It's 9:30 here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the market is officially open. Let's go. To start the day, TYME taken off here. I wouldn't say taken off, but we're sitting at 139 here. Again, today, the most important thing is I really want to see TYME break above the $1.42 resistance. It would be a great start to the week, a great start for TYME after this consolidation in this hourly chart pattern. I love TYME right now. I hope you guys all have a great day too. Any updates on time? Not yet. Sitting in the same price point. It's still in my hourly chart. Check out a few videos down. I did an hourly chart on TYME on after Friday's close. TYME sitting at 139. Our portfolio's up to $4,762. That's what I'd like to see this morning. We are currently up 2.19% already. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, thank you so much for joining my live stream today. I'm going to get going. I love you guys. Make sure to do your own research, stick to your plan, and as always, happy trading.